Hi everyone, welcome to the part 2. In this video I am going to remove the tensioners, pulleys, the alternator and the oil filter housing. The first thing is to remove the air conditioning belt. For this you need to loosen the tensioner. Sorry I couldn't show you this. This is how a shot tensioner pulley sounds like. I am going to replace all the 3 pulleys and not the tensioners because they are still good. Remove the pulley cover with a screwdriver. There is a screw holding the pulley, just unscrew it. Now let's move to the other 2 pulleys, remove the covers. Loosen the tensioner of the main belt. The upper pulley is still in good shape, but the other one is acceptable. Remove that upper pulley. Actually, this pulley is fixed together with the alternator. This is how it looks like. That big screw is fixing also the alternator. The third tensioner pulley removal. This one is got a washer. Time to attack the alternator now. Unplug that connector. At this point, make sure again that the battery is disconnected. Behind the alternator there is a power connection. It's a red wire connected with a plastic screw. Just remove it. And don't forget that cable. Remove the lower screw holding the alternator. This is also a long screw. Now the alternator is free and could be removed, but here I forgot to disconnect the cooling air hose. But I will figure it out. I am putting back that power connection screw. Here I am trying to disconnect that hose from above, but it will be difficult. The best way is to do it from below. You get better access and you see the complete hose. I started removing the other end connected to the bumper. Then I pull it out the connection to the alternator. Don't forget that hose. This kind of alternator needs cooling air. Now the alternator is completely free and could be taken off. It's quite heavy. I am putting back that lower fixing screw. I am checking here the bearings of the alternator. Just give it a spin. Check also if there is any place. And this is the surprise I was talking about. The oil filter housing was leaking and the oil pan gasket was not guilty. But I decided to change it anyway. We need more space here. That's why I am dislocating that power steering oil tank. The oil filter housing is fixed with 6 screws that should be removed. Try always to use penetrating fluids before loosening screws. Before doing this, maybe it is better to remove the power steering pump, but I did it the other way. There is 2 sensors on the oil filter housing that should be disconnected. Down to remove the power steering pump. It is fixed with 3 screws, 2 on the rear and 1 on the front. Removing the last bolt of the oil filter housing. The last thing to do is to disconnect that oil line connection between the Vanos system and the oil filter housing. On the oil filter housing, it is connected with a screw with 2 washers. I am going to remove that side, but you can remove the other side connected to the Vanos system. I am using a rag to absorb any oil spillages. Unfortunately, there is a bad access for a wrench here. The screw is loosened. With more light you can see better where this screw is located. Final thing, cut that cable tie. And exactly at that moment where the camera battery decided to die, so I couldn't show you how I got it from the first shot, it was easy to remove that oil filter housing, and here is it. This is the end of the part 2. The next part, number 3, will be dedicated to the oil filter housing gasket change and refitting the oil filter housing, the alternator, and some pulleys. Thanks for watching and see you next time.